Welcome aboard once again. I trust the old 73700. We're operating today as a Ryanair service. We're off to Dublin for a few pints of the black stuff. So, what else to say? Well, first of all, let's have a quick look at the route. Fairly simple. Out over towards Chester, and arcing up over North Wales and Anglesey, and then once we get to sort of towards the east coast of Ireland, we do this very strange sort of loop, and then into Dublin itself. Yeah, it's a bit of a nuisance, this thing. Sometimes you get pulled off it halfway through, and get more direct. So we'll see what happens today. But yeah, it's only a relatively short flight. In the air for 42 minutes, as you can see here. So nice and quick. It's almost as long getting the plane ready as it is to do the actual flight. So on that note, we'll get on with it. So first things first. Ignore the radio, because that wouldn't normally be on. So off up to ground power. We'll use battery emergency lights arming. We shall make sure that our position lights on to show that somebody's in the aeroplane and working. We will pop the parking brake on. We've got chocks on, but we'll put the parking brake on just to be doubly sure. We have speed brake and flap that are stowed. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's just change this because it's a bit loud down the ear hole. That's a bit better. Okay, so yeah, throttles are in idle, which is what we need. Weather radar is off, and transponder is on standby, so that's good. So what we'll do, we'll have a quick word with our friend here. We'll get Dave to do his business, so he's going to go out in a minute and do his walk around. I'm going to try and get rid of some of this noise from the radio. Okay, let's tune to 80s first. We'll turn our inertial reference system on, and we shall take the yaw damper and the fuel pumps, and we can do our window heats and electrical hydraulic pumps. We'll put the aircon to that. Our cruise today is 26,000, so whilst I'm looking at it, we'll just whip that up to 26,000. We'll leave the seatbelts off for now as we're refueling. Everything looks good. Let's just turn a little bit of panel lighting on, and we'll do the same down here. Right, okay. And we'll put RTO on the auto brake again, just because it's done now, don't have to worry about it. Right, let's have a listen to the radio. Okay, so we're on information Charlie, the dew point and the dew point and the temperature are very close together, and it's less than 10 degrees. So if there's any visible moisture, which there is, if we're going to go through it, we'll bang on the anti-ice. Frames are a little bit rubbish today. Not sure what's going on there. We'll monitor how we go. Right, okay, so down to the FMC, we shall. We're out of date on the nav. Okay. There's a way to do that on here, isn't there? There's a way to do it. Aircraft. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not the end of the world. Oh, hang on, there we go. No, don't worry. Not the end of the world. Right, so position initialization, we'll take that from the GPS and we'll pop that in there. We are at good old Manchester, so we'll pop that in our reference airport. We will copy that into our origin, and we are going to the Emerald Isle and good old Dublin, dirty old town that it is. There's our flight plan. Pull that down. We shall set the fuel and the payload. Oops. And bring the route down. So that's contacting head office, and they're going to send the route down electronically because we're super lazy and don't want to be bothered putting it in the box ourselves. We pause the head tracking for a moment. Okay, so that's come down now, so we can activate it and execute. Excellent. So we'll now go on to the next page. So performance initialization. Zero fuel weight is automatic, and that's 51 tons. Our planned fuel is 4.7 tons of gas, and our reserves today. Again, we're using this summarizer just for speed, really. Reserve fuel is just over 900 kilograms. So alternate fuel is 12, gives us 21.25. So call it 22. So 2.2 tons. And our cost index was 54. So pop that in there as well. We are aiming to cruise at 260, and the wind up there. Let's call it 280.39. We'll take the more conservative wind.
Bang 1 Yankee departure. Squawk 4336. Ryanair 135 Lima.
We'll change that to minus 41 because that's a little bit more accurate. Oops.
Ground 121.855. When ready for pushback or engine start. Ryanair 135 Lima.
Don't want to know. 1 second. There you go. That's better. Transalt is correct at 5,000. Everything else is good on there, so off to the N1 limit. So this is where we calculate our takeoff. So, excuse me, Stotty Does. Let's have a quick word with clearance and get our IFR clearance, and then we know exactly what we're going to do.
Golf, ready to pick up IFR
Don't know why I didn't do that myself.
Ryanair 2 for Golf, Manchester delivery. Expect runway 23 left, Eckler 1 Yankee departure. Squawk 5560. Eckler 1 Yankee departure. Squawk 5560. Ryanair 2 for Golf. Ryanair 2 for Golf. Read back correct. Contact ground 121.855 when ready for pushback or engine start. Ground 121.855 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Right, okay, so our squawk code is 5560, so let's enter that before we move on to anything else.
Virgin 75 Lima Heavy. Contact
Okay, so that's that done. And we can go over to our performance tool right now. And we shall say that we are going off 23 left. Let's just turn the volume down for a few minutes. So we're going off 23 left. We are going with flaps 5. Bring in the weather. And this is what it's calculated for us. So if we, again, excuse me, pause ahead tracking somewhere in between, that will do. So we're going with takeoff 2, derating to 20,000 pounds of thrust, and we are going to have 40 as our assumed temperature for the engines. Okay. And that gives us a percentage thrust of 84.4, which that roughly is. Here we go, 84.3, 84.4. Not really a gnat's bit difference. And that allows us then to pop in our flaps here. We draw our CFG and the trim required from the computer. That's automatic. And then if we put our departure details in here, which was 23 left, and then we're going to follow the Eckler 1 Yankee standard instrument departure. If we then go into here, oops, no, fat fingers again, fat fingers, don't deselect that, erase that, 23 left, and Echo 1 Yankee, and execute. Then we go back to this. There's our V speeds. Oh, they vary, don't they? Why does it vary so much? Strange. Well, they're in the ballpark, and ultimately we're up to 130 as our V2, so we'll take that, but it's a bit odd that it varies. Doesn't often vary, so I'm not quite sure, but without forensically going through all the numbers, and this is supposed to be a quick trip, I'm not going to bother. Right, okay, so that's our box largely set up there. Got our block fuel on, which is grand. My mate's still outside having a wander around, isn't he? So in the meantime, let's just go through the panel, just make sure everything's okay. He's going to run some tests when he gets on the flight deck. But everything that we need to do is currently done, which is grand. Okay, so let's have a quick look at what we're going to be doing. We'll make that, center that onto us, and we'll make it half screen, and then we'll have a look here now. So our instrument departure is Echo 1 Yankee. So here we go. If we make that full screen, we can see here we're going to come off this runway here. I'm going to take a little right turn to let the people with it's mobbily not be disturbed by sound from the airport too much. God love them. Then we track down to Eclad, which is North Wales side of things, and then we will then disappear from there. So that's where we end our instrument departure. Then we whiz off up this way and over the Irish Sea. Okay, so a couple of things to note from all this. We have stop altitude.
Security and safety checks will
Sorry.
begin. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes, please.
Yes, you can start boarding.
Thanks.
So stop altitude of 5,000 feet is what we're talking about here. So we'll pop that in as a matter of course. Bring that down to 5,000.
Passengers bus is coming.
Here come the pasajeros. Okay, so close that down. We'll construct a departure brief for my able assistant. We're pushing back off a gate. We are derated thrust. APU will not be on. Bleeds will be on. Anti-ice, we're going to say not required. We'll see how it goes, but it won't be much difference. First flight of the day, we are underway. We're going to have a SID to get out of here, and there aren't any particular threats. So we'll wait for him to come back now that that's been constructed and that's just ready to go. We won't change the ground just yet. I think there'll be
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Okay.
let's pop over to clearance just because it should be a quieter frequency, he says. So Dave's back, which is good. Let's get rid of this thing now. We're pretty much done with that for now. He's going to go through some bells and whistles. I'll just do a few things. Check the oxygen. Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's struggling for frames today. It's a bit jerky, isn't it? It's groaning. Turn stream deck off. The rest of it we really need, so there's only so much I can do. Alright, we'll see if Johnny's got a minute now.
And are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start today. Taxi route will be as assigned by ATC. It'll be a left seat takeoff using derated thrust. Planning a flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we're okay to make an immediate return. Okay, all going well, the departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. Any questions, comments or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Okay, let's set up the eyebrow panel here, so we want Flight Director 1 on first, and then the first officers, and then we want to put our V speed, which will take from here 130, and our heading is 232. 23. I really ought to know that. Fly out of here that often, but anyway. 232 for our heading, so we'll have that in there as well. Oops, fat fingers, 232. And 5,000 feet, we'll turn that on, and we'll turn that on, and we'll turn that on. So that panel is ready to go. We shall go through a checklist now. We've got people coming onto the plane, so we'll do our checklists. So let's crack on with that.
Safety inspection checklist and before start checklist to the line.
Safety inspection checklist. Surfaces and chocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electrical hydraulic pumps.
On.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Ship's library.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist completed.
Before start checklist to the line.
IRS mode selectors.
Nav.
Gear pins.
1, 2, 3 removed.
Probe covers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removed.
Light test.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Yaw dampener.
On.
Nav transfer and display switches.
Normal auto.
Fuel.
4, 7, 2, 8 kilograms required. 4, 7, 2, 8 kilograms on board. Pumps on.
Cabin utility IFE galley power.
On.
Emergency exit lights.
Armed.
Fasten belts.
On.
Fasten belts.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning and pressurization.
Pax auto bleeds on set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross-checked.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Hydraulics.
Normal.
Speed brake.
Down. Detent.
Parking brake.
Set.
Stabilizer trim cut out switched.
Normal.
Wheel well fire warning.
Checked.
Radios, radar and transponder.
Set and standby.
Rudder and aileron trims.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
Discussed.
PA.
Complete.
FMC and CDU.
Set.
N1 and indicated airspeed bugs.
Auto. Full. 1, 1, 8, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 0. Set.
Stabilizer trim.
4.0 units. Set.
Performance, weight and balance.
Sign and set.
Signers. Phones.
Off.
Off. Electronic flight bag.
Airplane mode and stowed.
Airplane mode and stowed. Flight deck windows and cockpit door.
Locked.
Doors.
Okay, so that's as far as we can go with that checklist because our doors are still open. We will just set our stab trim, which is 6.5 units, which we took from the box earlier. So that's 5, 6, 50, thereabouts. What we can do now is we'll start our APU, and that will then allow us to take the ground power away, disconnect that and take that away from the aeroplane, again in readiness for going. So if we start the APU now. And we're watching this dial here,
Boarding pass, please.
and that will increase very shortly and top off at around 7 and a bit. Here she goes.
Channel 75 November Echo, Manchester delivery. Expect runway 23 left.
Yeah, stops around 7.
Sang 1 Yankee departure. Squawk 5364. Canuck 75 November Echo.
Channel 75 November Echo.
And once that temperature stabilizes, the APU comes online. Now, it's supposed to wait 3 minutes for any junk to pass through there, any fumes or whatever. But as it's a simulation, we'll just do it immediately. So we've got the APU generators on there. We can put our aircon on. We'll disconnect our ground power unit at the front. And this is through the window of the airport. There's the ground power unit gone. It was a very good animation, wasn't it? Not. Okay. So we've got about 9 minutes. But I think we can shuffle through that now.
Hi guys, here's a load sheet for you.
Thank you.
No problem.
So that's our final load sheet come on there. And we will let him disembark our dispatcher.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Excellent. So we'll call up to ground. Ryanair 24 Golf, stand 52, request pushback and start clearance.
Canuck 75 November Echo. Request taxi to the active. Canuck 75 November Echo. Runway 23 left taxi via Zulu Orange. Zulu, Echo, Delta, Papa, Tango, Sierra, Victor, Victor Alpha. Runway 23 left taxi via Zulu Orange. Zulu, Echo, Delta, Papa, Tango, Sierra, Victor, Victor Alpha. Canuck 75 November Echo.
Cabin crew,
Ryanair
on slide
24
10.
Golf. Approach to ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest.
Pushback approved. Face southwest. Ryanair 24 Golf.
Okay, so got our clearance to push. Just have a quick look around outside. That's busy. Ooh, secret aeroplane there. No livery. Shh, don't tell anybody. And then there's the French sat on top of somebody else. Yeah, it's a new design with 2 sets of wings. Odd. There we are. Right. Okay. So let's carry on with our checklist.
Closed.
Passengers,
Seated.
before start checklist to the line completed.
Okay. as our ground crew. In fact, let's see where they're going to put this dialogue box, because we need to tell them which way we want pushing back.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Sorry about that. Dying keyboard. Well, let's put that on charge and we'll get sorted out. Delayed so much that they got the ump. Let's bring all that our nose left and our tail right, don't we? So it's our parking brakes. As soon as I can right. Okay.
Before start checklist below the line.
Before start checklist below the line. Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Anti-collision light.
On.
Parking brake.
Disregard. Dave's got a fascination with my shoes. That's good. It's very jerky, this, you know. I think I need a new computer. Do need a new computer. Father Christmas is just finished for the year. Never mind, I'll get him next year. So I'm having to wait now because I forgot to do something. I forgot to finish this checklist before we push back. Blame it on the malfunctioning keyboard. Okay, that's good.
Set.
Transponder.
Out. Off.
Before start checklist below the line completed.
Start sequence is 2, then 1.
Check.
Start engine 2.
Starting engine 2.
So, put the starter on,
Oil pressure.
and then once the N2 gets up to about 25, we'll introduce fuel. In she goes. It's a little bit hard to hear, turn it up a little bit.
Loading 26 Foxtrot November.
The engines are starting to drone now.
Loading 26
So just watching all these dials here.
to ground. Pushback approved. Face southwest. Pushback approved. Face southwest. Loading 26 Foxtrot November.
Starter cut out. Number 2 stable.
Excellent.
Start engine 1.
Starting engine 1. Oil pressure.
Magic number of about 24, 25. In goes the fuel. We'll tell the ground crew they can start disconnecting.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Once the engine stabilises, we can switch to the engine. Yeah, brilliant. So we'll now switch to the generators from the engines, turn off the APU gens, turn off the APU. We'll put the aircon back on, and we shall switch on our probe heats now, and we'll put the engine starters to continuous in readiness for takeoff. Turn taxi lights on. Yeah, I think that's everything. We'll leave our anti-ice off for now. Let's do our quick flight controls check. Full forward, centre, full back, centre, full right, centre, full left, centre, rudder, full right, centre, full left, centre, full and free movement, so we'll call that complete. We shall do our quick taxi checklist.
Generators.
On.
APU.
Off.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Hex auto bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
We're going for flaps 5, so let's put it into flap 5 detent. There we are. So they'll gently deploy now.
5. Required. 0. Selected. Green light.
Stabilizer trim.
6.0 units. Required. 6.0 units. Set.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Recall.
Checked.
Taxi checklist completed.
Verify those V speeds. Bish, bash, and bosh. That's all good. Right, taxi clearance. Yeah, that's a nice bit of pirouette in there by the Lufthansa. Ryanair 24 Golf request taxi.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Config check.
A bit heavy-handed there on a config check, but nonetheless, it's A-OK.
Singapore 301 Heavy, stand 110, request pushback and engine start.
Singapore 301 Heavy, Manchester ground. Pushback.
The company aircraft go by.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest, Singapore 301 Heavy.
Start the taxi timer on the first officer's side. Nice enough in Dublin.
Singapore 301 Heavy, request taxi to the active.
Singapore 301 Heavy, runway 23 left taxi via November Alpha, Echo, Delta, Sierra, Victor, Victor Alpha.
Runway 23 left taxi via November Alpha, Echo, Delta, Papa, Tango, Sierra, Victor, Victor Alpha. Singapore 301 Heavy.
All aircraft be advised.
Well, we're just going.
Now current, QNH1028.
We're just going. We don't care. I'm gonna cross this runway. Oh God, those frames. Oh my days. Sensor mode can go off. Something lining up down the bottom there. Oh.
Ryanair 24 Golf, contact Manchester Tower 119.405.
Contact Tower 119.405. Ryanair 2 for Golf. Have a good day.
Ryanair 24 Golf ready for departure.
Ryanair 24
Before
Golf,
takeoff checklist
Manchester
to the
Tower,
line.
wind 210 at
Before
6,
takeoff
runway
checklist to
23
the line.
left, cleared for takeoff.
Config.
Check.
Flaps.
Runway
5,
23
5,
left,
green
cleared for
light.
takeoff.
Stabilizer trim.
Ryanair 2 for Golf.
6.0 units. Set.
Takeoff briefing.
Pax Auto bleeds on. Speed 1, 1, 8, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 0. Set. Stop altitude is 5,000 feet. Reviewed.
Holding at cabin.
Secure.
Before takeoff checklist to the line completed.
Approach is clear on the left.
Approach is clear on the right. Standby.
Before takeoff checklist below the line.
Before takeoff checklist below the line. MCP. Cabin crew seats for departure.
Set.
Transponder.
TARA
Strobe lights.
on.
Landing lights.
Complete the checklist.
Landing lights.
On.
Before takeoff checklist below the line completed.
Set takeoff thrust.
Stabilized. Takeoff thrust set indications normal.
Checked.
Go. Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up.
Positive rate. Gear up.
On.
LNAV.
Singapore 301 Heavy, ready to go. Runway 23 left.
Singapore 301 Heavy. Runway 23 left. Line up and wait.
Runway 23 left. Line up and wait. Singapore 301 Heavy.
Singapore 301 Heavy. Manchester Tower. Wind 210 6. Runway 23 left. Cleared for takeoff.
Runway 23 left. Clear for takeoff. Singapore 301 Heavy.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked.
Ryanair
Flaps
2 for
1.
Golf. Contact Scottish Control 134.43.
Speed checked. Flaps up.
Contact Scottish Control 13 for decimal 43. Ryanair 2 for Golf.
Flaps up. No lights.
Scottish Control, Ryanair 2 for Golf. Good day, 3,500 feet. Ryanair 2 for Golf.
One to go.
Check.
Identified. Climb to flight level 130. Climb to flight level 130. Ryanair 2 for Golf.
Scottish Control, Singapore 301 Heavy. Good day, 700 feet.
Singapore 301 Heavy. Scottish Control.
Hard of hearing there. Thought it said 340, not 130. Could have been interesting. Get rid of that once more.
Standby.
Set standard.
After takeoff checklist. Air conditioning and pressurization 3.9. Set altimeters.
Passing flight level 099.
Contact
After
London
takeoff
Control
checklist completed.
118.775. Logan 26
Happy to
Foxtrot
release the
November.
cabin crew.
Bye-bye.
Altimeters.
Ryanair 2 for Golf. Contact London
Fine.
Control.
Flight level 100. 10 checks.
10 checks. Fuel. 4 pumps on.
Contact
Lights.
London Control
APU. Air conditioning and
118.775.
pressurization.
Ryanair 2 for Golf. Bye-bye.
4.6. Fasten belts. Happy to
Contact
release the
Manchester
cabin.
approach
Recall
125
50 on.
Alpine 18 Lima X-ray. Contact London Control 118 Decimal 475.
My name is Kirsty. I'm your
Contact London Control 118 Decimal 475. Alpine 18 Lima X-ray.
flight so far. I'd like to extend a personal welcome to our
Speedbird 14 480, London Control. Expect April 1 Golf, runway 23. Runway 23, speedbird 150.
Priority check-in and pre-flight. Please
London
speak to
Control,
members of staff on
Ryanair
the cabin
24 Golf.
Visit
Good
our
day.
website
Through
for
flight level
information about
112
our
for flight level
fly club.
130 direct route 2533.
Let's grab the wind forecast.
Cabin to commence our in-flight service. We offer a full bar
Ryanair
service
24 Golf, London Control. Good day. Radar contact. Climb to flight level 260.
Our meal service will start once we've reached our cruising
Climb to
altitude.
flight level 260, Ryanair
Just a reminder
24
to
Golf.
keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated. Our flight entertainment
Logan
will commence
26 Foxtrot November.
Channel 11
London Control.
and a
Expect
preview
radar
show on
vectors.
Channel 1.
Runway
We will
21.
also be playing a short video which we recommend watching to further
Expect radar vectors. Runway 21, Logan 26 Foxtrot November.
the same as you would see in the cinema. Please refer to the entertainment schedule.
Greenstone 42 Bravo Foxtrot. Descend to 3,600 feet.
Okay, let's pop in what we think we're going to get for our arrival, which is let's have a look at the flight plan. 28 right. So we'll pick the runway first. ILS 28 right. And we're expecting the bag so for left, for Lima rather. Let me just, sorry about this, I'll wiggle my head around furiously. Let me just pause things up a moment. Let me have a look at,
Shanix 12 Romeo. Contact Shannon Control 132.15. Contact Shannon Control 132.15. Shanix 12 Romeo.
okay, right, okay, that's cool. Just putting our arrival details in, and what we can do then is we'll have a look at our landing. So we're expecting 28 right, so we'll do all this on the assumption.
Ready for descent. Logan 6 Golf Foxtrot.
Shy also breaks 2, let's see where we go. Let's go also breaks 3 then. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll do that. We have a look at the charts and we see arrival and good crikey. I'll look at the airport.
Descend to flight level 260, Speedbird 180. Blue Max 3731. Contact Scottish Control 119.
Right, okay. So, looking at 28 right. So, really want to miss that, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, let's go easy on the brakes. I never like squeezing the brakes too much. Let's put that down to 2. And we'll see what that looks like. Oops. Yeah, that'll be fine. Even if we have to go to the end of the runway. It's not the end of the world. So that gives us a V speed of 133 knots for our approach. So what we'll do is we'll go into here and we'll do that and we'll pop in flaps 30. This is well before time, but we'll do it anyway. Put all the landing details in. So we'll have 278 on the course. 278 again. Okay. And we'll tune our radios, so we want 10.15. 11015. 11015. Okay. So if we have a look back at the charts now. Oh, sorry about this. I'm just going to have to blow my nose. I'll put you on silent for a moment.
Leave crew heading 130. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 15. Greenstone 42 Bravo Foxtrot.
Yes, please.
Okay,
You have control.
I have control.
Ryanair 39 Delta Alpha, London Control. Expect radar vectors. ILS runway 32.
Okay. So, let's go back into the charts. No, wrong button. That one. And we can get rid of that.
As a courtesy to your fellow travellers. Thank you.
Expect the Bagso 4 Lima star for runway 28 left. That's Ryanair 24 Golf.
Greenstone 42 Bravo Foxtrot. Contact Birmingham approach 131.005.
Right, so we need to change our little plans there, don't we? As is always the way. So depart and arrive is ILS 28 left.
Descend to flight level 200. Beeline 3 Echo Delta.
Logan 26 Foxtrot November. Contact Ronald Sway approach 135.905.
Contact Ronald Sway approach 135.905. Logan 26 Foxtrot November.
London Control, EG6 for Uniform Papa. Flight level 350.
Easy 64 Uniform Papa. London Control. Radar contact.
Okay, so we're going for
Airhawk 67 Mike Victor.
video again. And this time we need to go back into here. We need to look at our performance. We'll change that. Yep, that's fine.
Beeline 3 Echo Delta. Contact Scottish Control 119.875.
Contact Scottish Control 119.875. Beeline 3 Echo Delta.
London Control, this is Ryanair 24 Golf, expecting Bags 4 Lima, start with the arrival runway being 28 left.
London Control, Ryanair 99 Papa Victor.
Greenstone 82 Victor Tango. London Control. Expect MP2 Echo. Runway 27.
Well, we got the message anyway. So,
Ryanair 99 Papa Victor. London Control. Identified.
out over the
613 X-ray. Baxa 1 Alpha. Runway 27. Report ready for land.
change our course. We need to look at the ILS now for the frequency for the ILS, which is 11135. So we need to change that over. So it's 11135 and decimal 11.35. Ouch. Ouch. That sounded a bit fatal. Strange. Have I got this down as pause at top of descent. That's why, silly boy. When we get a minute now, we need to tell ATC that we are ready to descend. Let's go back onto the sensor.
London Control, Ryanair 24 Golf, flight level 260. EZ613 X-ray, back to 1 Alpha, runway 27. Report ready for descent.
Taxi 1 Alpha, runway 27, ready for descent. EZ613 X-ray.
EZ613 X-ray, descent to flight level 110.
Descent to flight level 110, EZ613 X-ray.
Greenstone 2 Charlie Bravo, London Control, expect 1 Charlie, runway 30.
Expect 1 Charlie, runway 30, Greenstone 2 Charlie Bravo.
EZ613 X-ray, descent to 2,500 feet, QNH1031.
Oh, trying to get call ready for descent, and we're not getting in there.
Bags for Lima, runway 28 left, call when ready, Ryanair 2 for Golf.
We're ready.
London Control, EZ70 Juliet Tango, flight level 279. Ryanair 2 for Golf, ready for descent.
Right, let's go.
Ryanair 2 for Golf, descent to flight level 100. Descent to flight level 100, Ryanair 2 for Golf. EZ70 Juliet Tango, London Control, good day, identified, continue climb to flight level 290. Continue climb to flight level 290, EZ70 Juliet.
Let's put the speed brakes out because we're way behind.
London Control.
We'll go on to VNav again.
Tango, flight level 150.
Let's put this together. ILS, landing flaps 30, bleeds on, runway dry, auto brake 2, going to a gate, threats none, final sector no, minimum descent altitude is oh, running out of time now because we had to faff about getting on the radio. The charts say 278, so we'll go with the charts. 278, and then we want 11135. Yeah, that's all good. That's all good there. Right. Okay, back to where we were. Minimum descent altitude is 50. That's easy enough. And then we'll missed approach altitude. Takes us back up to 3000. Final approach fixed altitude is 2500. Runway ID is 28 left. Frisk range 7.1. 7.1. And the identifier is India Delta Whiskey. Okay, let's run that brief.
Complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. For an ILS altitude is 2,000 feet. Decision altitude is 50 feet. Missed approach altitude is 3,000 feet. The taxi routine will be as assigned by ATC. If you're arriving at the descent speeds and the working radius is set, remember that no claims have been made. Any questions, comments or concerns?
No questions.
Approach speed
17 Papa, London Control, identified.
Right, let's have a look at the weather.
EZ917 Papa, contact Aldergrove approach 133.125.
So 1027 is the pressure down there. 627, 1027. Radio 50. Yeah, beautiful.
London Control, EG9515, flight level 159. EG9515.
Oh, that needs to be 10. So as you can see now, we are doing that, about to enter into that strange wiggle.
Fly curtain heading, descend to flight level 090, EG9515. EG843, turn left, heading 290, intercept the 26 localizer, descend to 4,500 feet.
He's already done it, but our airport elevation is 200 feet for the runway, so Dave's plumbed that in because he's a good lad.
Seatbelts on.
EG843, contact Ronald's Way, approach 135.905.
Contact Ronald's Way, approach 135.905, easy 843.
Thin out some of the traffic just because it's loud. So, slight wind will be coming in from the left. A little bit of cloud, nothing to write home about. Less than 10, so again, maybe put the anti-ice on, maybe. Looks like we're all set. There's quite a bit of weather over Dublin, as you can see. So we'll see how things pan out when we get down there. We're just coming into 10,000 feet. So we can call for our 10 checks.
Descending, flight level 100. 10 checks.
10 checks. Fourth bank. Air conditioning and pressurization. 3.3. Fasten
Ryanair
belts.
79
Recall.
uniform Charlie, London Control. Good day. Radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 220.
So according to our arrival chart, we want to be around 10,000 at this point. It's just below actually, but it's been that busy. It might be a bit late on putting us below that.
Flight level 101 with information Juliet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination shortly. Shamrock 3 Echo Golf. Contact Dublin Tower 118.6. All the video monitors in contact Tower 118.6. Shamrock 3 Echo Golf. Flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. Ryanair 2 for Golf Dublin approach. Q1H1027 expect the ILS runway 28 left with the Abini transition.
Okay, so that's exactly what we were expecting now after our runway change.
Transition. Ryanair 2 for Golf.
As items may have shifted during our flight.
Ryanair 2 for Golf. Descend to flight level 080.
Security of the seatbelt.
Descend to flight level 080. Ryanair 2 for Golf.
Down we go. Once we get down to 8,000, that will be the altitude for most of this arc. And then as we come to the end of the arc, we need to go down to 3,000 by this point. And then once we do that, we're in the ballpark of where we need to be, which is 2,500 for the final approach fix. That's quite an ugly bank of weather out there. So constraints wise, 220, we're a little hot on that. By the time we get to Kerov, which is about now, so let's just extend our speed brake. Just bleed off a little bit of that speed. And we're about to make the 8,000 feet that we're due to do this arc at. Stow the speed brake now. Can't you see the Isle of Man out there? Too far. Right, let's have a quick look at the charts. This is where we're coming in, landing on this runway here. So there's Sierra 5 and Sierra 6. Yep, that'll be fine. Got some taxi back, isn't it? Never mind. Never mind. Get that bank of weather over there. We'll stay over here where it's nice and peaceful. 26 minutes in the air, so we were estimated 41, I think. So if we have a look at our progress page here, we're due down at 45, which is 13 minutes. 13 minutes onto the 26 is 39, so a couple of minutes early. Oh, can I see? Amazing. Amazing. Who says Ryanair aren't ever on time? So, let's keep an eye on the weather. Nothing on the leading edges of the wings, so all's good. Do you have an outside shot? Why not? So there's that mucky weather sat over Dublin. Look forward to that, and if you look back across to Blighty, there you go, far more tranquil out there. A bit of turmoil over there, so no problem. Sea looks calm though. A few little white caps out there, but nothing to write home about. I see an aeroplane out there. It is about 800 feet above us, and it looks to be tracking on exactly the same routing as us. It's descending now.
Ryanair 52 Romeo Charlie. Cleared direct Avenue. Cross Avenue at or above 3,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 28 left.
So that's him getting his clearance.
Cross Avenue at or above 3,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 28 left. Ryanair 52 Romeo Charlie.
So company aeroplane in front of us. Oh, my ear holes. There he is. Taking exactly the same path that we're going to take shortly. You can see here, 2,500 feet below us now as he descends down to 3,000, which is exactly what we'll be doing shortly. I think what we'll do is we may slow down just a little bit just to maintain separation, because I don't want to catch him up. We'll throw out our flaps and slats and wheels early, just so we don't get caught with all that. So we should be getting our clearance down to 3,000 shortly. There's your man.
Dublin departure, Shamrock 681, flight level 09 or 8 with information Juliet. Ryanair 24 Golf, descend to 3,000 feet, QNH 1027.
Descend to 3,000 feet. QNH 1027. Ryanair 24 Golf.
Ryanair 24 Golf, cleared direct Avenue, cross Avenue at or above 3,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 28 left.
Cleared direct Avenue. Cross Avenue at or above 3,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 28 left. Ryanair 24 Golf.
Shamrock 681 Dublin approach, QNH 1027, expect the ILS runway 28 left with the Pixie transition. QNH 1027, expect the ILS runway 28 left with the Pixie transition, Shamrock 681. Ryanair 52 Romeo Charlie, contact Dublin Tower 118.6.
Over to Tower 118.6. Ryanair 52 Romeo Charlie. Bye-bye.
Contact QNH 1027.
On the localizer. No, don't do that. We'll do it through the
Frisk.
Frequencies 111.35. Range runway 28 left 10 miles. Ident India Delta Whiskey and India Delta Whiskey. Standby instruments set. Courses 278 and 278. Frisk complete.
Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters and instruments.
Set and cross-check.
Approach aids.
Checked and set.
Approach checklist completed.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1. Cabin crew seats for landing. 1 to go.
Check.
Ryanair 2 for Golf. Contact Dublin Tower 118.6.
Over to Tower 118.6, Ryanair 2 for Golf. Dublin Tower, Ryanair 2 for Golf, ILS runway 28 left.
Flaps 5.
Ryanair 2 for Golf. Dublin Tower. Continue.
Roger, Ryanair 2 for Golf.
Gear down. Flaps 15.
Gear down. Speed checked. Flaps 15. Speed brake up.
Landing checklist to flaps.
Landing checklist to flaps.
Ryanair 52 Romeo
Start
Charlie.
switches.
Exit right at Sierra 5.
Continuous.
Recall.
Exit right at Sierra 5, Ryanair 52 Romeo Charlie.
Armed. Green light.
Landing gear.
Down 3 green.
Auto brake.
2. Set.
Holding up flaps.
Flaps 30.
Ryanair
Holding up
52
flaps.
Romeo Charlie. Monitor ground 121.8. Bye-bye.
Holding up flaps.
Ground 121.8, Ryanair 52 Romeo Charlie.
Ryanair 2 for Golf. Wind 2 for 0 at Niner. Runway 28 left clear to land.
Runway 28 left cleared to land, Ryanair 2 for Golf.
Holding up flaps.
Complete the checklist.
Flaps.
30. 30. Green light.
Landing lights.
Complete the checklist.
Landing lights.
On.
Landing checklist completed. Speed checked. Flaps 30. Speed brake up. Versus normal 29%, 100 knots.
Checked.
80 knots.
Checked.
60 knots.
Ryanair
Checked.
2 for Golf. Exit right at Sierra 5.
Manual braking.
Exit
Auto
right
brake
at Sierra
disarm.
5, Ryanair 2 for Golf.
All aircraft be advised information kilo now current. QNH1027. Ryanair 2 for Golf. Contact ground 121.8.
Ground 121.8, Ryanair 2 for Golf. Have a good day.
You can clean up.
Roger.
Ground Ryanair 24 Golf. Request parking to company gate.
Ryanair 2 for Golf. Welcome to Dublin Airport. Free parking or advised if need assignment.
For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened, leaving all items of hand luggage safely stowed until
Allocated
the seatbelt
gate is
signs
fine.
have been
Ryanair
switched
2 for Golf.
off. Before you leave the aircraft, please ensure
Ryanair
you have
2 for
all your
Golf.
personal
Gate
items
Charlie
in your
311 taxi via Sierra 5, Sierra,
Please be
Whiskey
careful
1.
when opening overhead lockers
Hold
as
short
items
runway
may
16.
fall out, causing injury. We'd like to remind you that for
Gate
any
Charlie
connected
311
to
taxi
a
via Sierra 5, Sierra, Whiskey 1. Hold short
If you
runway
require
16,
assistance
Ryanair
when
2
you leave
for
the
Golf.
aircraft, please contact a member of our ground staff. If you're connecting to another flight today and hold a boarding card and transfer wallet advising you of your departure terminal, please follow the signs to flight connections. This will lead you on to your departure terminal, and please check your gate number in the departure lounge. To avoid missing your onward flight, we strongly recommend that you go straight to your departure terminal. For those of you who do not have a boarding card, please go directly to the flight connections desk. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire airline, thank you very much for choosing to fly with us today, and we hope to see you again in the near future. Thank you.
APU on the buses.
Ryanair 24 Golf, holding short runway 16.
Ryanair 24 Golf, cross runway 16 at Whiskey 1. Continue taxi via Whiskey 1, Hotel 1, Alpha Tango 4, Alpha Tango, Alpha Tango 3.
Cross runway 16 at Whiskey 1. Continue taxi via Whiskey 1, Hotel 1, Alpha Tango 4, Alpha Tango, Alpha Tango 3, Ryanair 2 for Golf.
Transit shutdown checklist.
Electrical.
On APU.
Fasten belts.
Off. Cabin crew disarm slides and cross-check.
Probe heat.
Off.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Voice recorder.
On.
Air conditioning packs.
Auto.
Engine bleeds.
On.
APU bleed.
Off.
Shamrock
Exterior
681, gate Charlie 406,
Steady, set.
taxi via
Start
Sierra
switches.
5, Sierra.
Off.
Hold short
Auto
runway
brake.
16.
Off.
Speed brake.
Gate Charlie
Down
406 taxi
Flaps.
via Sierra 5, Sierra.
Up. No lights.
Hold short
Flaps.
runway 16,
Up. No lights.
Shamrock 681.
Up. No lights.
Flaps.
The boarding requested.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Up, no lights.
Parking brake.
Set.
Start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Off.
Transponder.
2000 standby.
Transponder.
Standby.
CVRCB.
In.
Cockpit door.
Unlocked.
Transit shutdown checklist completed.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Shamrock 681, cross runway 16 at Sierra. Continue taxi via Bravo 2, Zulu.
Cross runway 16 at Sierra. Continue taxi via Bravo 2, Zulu, Shamrock 681.